Dora Marquez and Boost the Monkey here to broadcast this game brought to you by EA Sports, the company who defines football. Boy, this defense has shown in the past how dominant they can be. They're very aggressive, and it seems like all 11 guys are always around the ball. When you have guys flying around, making hits, causing turnovers, it creates a lot of problems for the offense. Ground game should be a big factor in the outcome of this one. Now, we've talked about the defense that they'll face in the other. Ground game should be a big factor in the outcome of this one. Now, we talked about the defense that we'll face in order to keep them from guessing this offense, we'll look to mix up and screens and counters. This will force the defense to turn down their aggressiveness and not overplay. The Rams. Ground game should be a big factor in the outcome of this one. Now, we've talked about the defense that they'll face, and in order to keep them guessing, this offense will look to mix it up with screens and counters. This will force the defense to tone down their aggressiveness and not overplay anything. It should make for a very interesting matchup. Wow, those guys got to be careful not to get all tired out there on that thing. Wow, those guys got to be careful not to get all tired out doing that when you got to save some of the energy for the game. Wow, those guys got to be careful not to get all tired out there doing that. You got to save some of the intensity and energy for the game. Wow, those guys got to be careful not to get all tired out doing that. You got to save some of that intensity and energy for the game. Teams are taking the field. We're ready for the kickoff. Let's go to the field. And this was a short kickoff. The offense heads onto the field for the first time. Didn't get anything help from his offensive line. It was just about a possible run. We have guys in the backfield just as soon as he snapped the ball. Didn't get any help from his offensive line. It was just about a possible to run when you have guys in the backfield just as soon as you snap the ball. Didn't get any help from his offensive line. It was just impossible. Didn't get any help from his offensive line. It was just about impossible to run when you have guys in the backfield just as soon as you snap the ball. And a halfback picks up about 3. Nowhere to go on that play. Good coverage downfield had a lot to do with that play. A drop back and zone never covered. Nowhere to go on that play. Good coverage downfield had to do a lot to do with that play. A drop back and zone coverage, never giving the quarterback an option. Nowhere to go on that play. Good coverage downfield had a lot to do with that play. A drop back and zone coverage, never giving the quarterback an option. So they'll line up the punt after going 3 and out. And they're ready to go on offense for the first time. With a great reception. Yeah, the receivers show great ability there. Slings it to the outside. No one there at that time. Now it's 3rd down after the incompletion. He got called for a face mask on that play. There are 2 types of face masks. There's a 5-yard variety and the 15-yard variety. They say he grabbed it and twisted it and he's going to be an automatic first down. He got called for a face mask on that play. Yeah, there's 2 types of face masks. There's a 5-yard variety and a 15-yard variety. They said he grabbed it and twisted it, and it's going to be an automatic first down. He got called for a face mask on that one. Yeah, there's 2 types of face masks. There's a 15-yard variety. It's also a 5-yard variety. They said he grabbed it and twisted it, and that's going to be an automatic first down. He got called for a face mask on that one. Yeah, there are 2 types of face masks. There's a 5-yard variety and a 15-yard variety. They say they got called for a face mask on that play. There's 2 types of face masks. There's a 5-yard variety and a 15-yard variety. They said he grabbed it and twisted it, and it's going to be an automatic first down. Only a yard by the halfback. Only a yard by the halfback. 3rd down upcoming after the incomplete pass. Well, he's just checking up after the play. We'll get you a report from the sideline when we get the information. We got something going there. Yeah, it's been one first down after another. And they're putting up together a nice looking drive. Great rushing touchdown there. Yeah, he knew where he wanted to go, and he got it there. Great rushing touchdown there. Yeah, he knew where he wanted to go, and he got there. Good job moving the ball the length of the field for the touchdown. The thing that most impresses me is about the last drive was the offensive line. They did a good job controlling the line of scrimmage, keeping their quarterback healthy and his feet. Good job moving the ball the length of the field for the touchdown. The thing that most impressed me about that last drive was the offensive line. They did a good job controlling the line of scrimmage, keeping their quarterback healthy and on his feet. A strong offensive line is the first and most important combat to an effective. Good job moving the ball the length of the field for the touchdown. The thing that most impressed me about that last drive was the offensive line. They did a good job controlling the line of scrimmage, keeping their quarterback healthy and on his feet. A strong offensive line is the first and most important component to an effective offense. And the kickoff team comes out onto the field. Good distance. The offense takes over after they were for 3 and out on the last possession. The offense takes over after they went 3 and out. The offense takes over after they were 3 and out on the last possession. Not much there, maybe a yard. Not much there, maybe a yard. This one falls incomplete. No catch on that pass play. There's just no excuse for that. He's going to pay for a lot of money to make those catches. No catch on that pass play. There's just no excuse for that. He's going to pay a lot of money to make those catches. That short pass off the mark, and it's 4th down. So 3 and out, and they'll line up to punt. And he chooses not to return this one. Hey, no reason to take a chance and risk a fumble. Smart move by the returner. Hey, no reason to take a chance and risk a fumble. Smart move there by the returner. To the air on 1st down. He gets the carry. He couldn't find any room on that run. They really hustled on the defensive side of the ball. They were very good at clogging up the line, limiting the number of holes in the cutback lanes the back has to choose from. Couldn't find any room on that run. They really hustled on the defensive side of the ball. They're very good at clogging up the line, limiting the number of holes in cutback lanes at the back has to choose from. Couldn't find any room on that run. They really hustled on the defensive side of the ball. They're very good at clogging up the line, limiting the number of holes and cutback lanes that the back has to choose from. Ooh, he knew that one was a catch. If he didn't hit it hard, he saw the receiver hauling it up, and then boom, he passes it out and it ends up falling incomplete. Ooh, he knew that one was a catch if he didn't hit him hard. He saw the receiver hauling it in, and then boom, he pops in, and it ends up incomplete. What happened there, Boots? He made the right read, ran the right route, but he ended up with 2 hands full air. Unable to get anything going on that series, don't have to put it away here. That's a good job of getting downfield by the coverage team to force a fair catch. Second and short upcoming after going picking up through the air. Second and short upcoming after picking up good pickup yardage in the air. Second and short upcoming after a good pickup through the air. Right there is one of those situations where you can pretty much open up the whole playbook. You could go with the play fake and look for something deep, or you could just run the ball. Just any is an option. Second and short upcoming after a good pickup through the air. Right here is one of those situations where you can pretty much open up the whole playbook. You can go with the play fake and look for something deep, or you could just run the ball. Just anything, it is an option. Great pass, perfect catch, and elude the chains. Perfect pass, great catch, and then will elude the chains. 6, maybe 7 yards on the counter play. He contributed with a nice gain there. That guy has great acceleration and allows him to stop in the dime and change direction. He contributed with a nice gain there. That guy has great acceleration and allows him to stop in the dime and change direction. He just couldn't find a way to control it. He really sure had. He just couldn't find a way to control it. He really should have had that one. He was in the position to make the catch, but he forgot to catch the ball. Going to the right. 2, maybe 3 yards on the toss. On the money. Great timing on that touchdown pass. And that's one of those passages we see a lot when the quarterback releases the ball. The receiver's not even looking, but then he looks up and the ball's right on the money. Great timing on that touchdown throw. And that's one of those passages we see a lot when the quarterback releases it. The receiver's not even looking, but then he looks up and the ball's right there. A great looking drive, and they score the touchdown. The offensive line should be very pleased with their performance on that one. A good looking drive, and they scored a touchdown, and the offensive unit should be very pleased with their performance on that one. The more touchdown drives, the better. Now they'll go back to the sidelines and see why they were able to beat the defense for 6. And they'll try to repeat those results the next time they get the ball. No first downs on the last possession. Boots, let's see what adjustments they've made here now to try to move the ball more. No first downs on that last drive, Boots. Let's see what adjustments they've made here now to try to move the ball more effectively. Pounding ahead. Lost about 2 yards on the run. He gets the toss to the left side. Stiff on there. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry. So they'll lose yardage on that tackle. They went with the screen pass on that one, and the defense was waiting to pounce him. So they'll line up the punt after going 3 and out. He signals for the fair catch. He did the right thing, concentrated and caught the ball. He was wide open, and he dropped it. Now that is unexcusable. He was wide open door, and he dropped it. Now that is unexcusable. Gets rid of it. And he steps out of bounds. You talk about great concentration. Look at it. He was able to keep his feet in bounds, made the catch on a perfectly placed pass. You talk about great concentration. Watch it. He was able to keep his feet in bounds, make the catch on the perfectly placed pass. Using his feet, he scrambles for a nice gain. You know, that's what your quarterback has to be able to do. When everything else breaks down, he can run and pick up a first down for him. That pass didn't have much behind it. It wasn't pretty, but when you look at the statistics, it's not how pretty it was. It's how many first downs you pick up. So let's take a look at how this back compares to the opposition. So we can't come up with it. You got so much stuff going on out there. You gotta get off the line. You got to get the run gonna go around. Slings it to the outside. So we can't come up with it. You got so much stuff going on out there. You got to get off the line. You got to run a good route. You have to read the defense. You got to get open. But the most important thing you do after all that is you have to catch the ball. 4th down, not after the incomplete pass. They lined up for the kick. He didn't get enough leg behind that one. Passing here on 1st down. Pass play here on 1st down. Going deep to the open man. Going deep to an open man. Aggressive play calling that time. But now it's 2nd down. No one near that time. Now it's 3rd down after the incomplete pass. No one near that time. Now it's 3rd down after the incompletion. So he can't bring it in. He was there and the quarterback found him with the ball. Bounced off his hands. The punter heads in again for the 3rd time today. This could be a dangerous one. A nice return there. That was good blocking. The returner was able to find some open space and make the most of it. He easily could have taken that one all the way back. He's back in the zone. He's reading the sees the quarterback and the whole way. Then he gets a chance at an interception. He just didn't finish the play. Almost picked off. He easily could have taken that one all the way back. And he's back in the zone. He's reading. He sees the quarterback the whole way. Then he gets a chance at an interception. He just didn't finish the play. Picked off! Gets rid of it. Picked off! He got way up there to make the play. I'll tell you what, these interceptions are all about timing. And he timed that jump perfectly. Double the chains, Boots. Yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're gonna get. And the change boots, yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're gonna get. Almost intercepted. I thought that was about to be picked off, Boots. Yeah, the defender was in the perfect position to come up with the big play. He just left his hands over the sideline. I thought that was about to be picked off, Boots. Yeah, the defender was in the perfect position to come up with a big play. He just left his hands over the sideline. I thought that was about to be picked off, Boots. Yeah, the defender was in the perfect position to come up with a big play. He just left his hands over on the sideline. Just about a yard on the run. Here's a look at the third down success rate of each team. Third down conversions is a keeper stat. When you convert on third down, you keep the three things. You keep the drive going, you keep their defense on the field, and you keep your defense resting on the sideline. They went to the air on third down, but the receiver couldn't come up with it. It'll be interesting to see how much confidence a quarterback has in him. Next time, they're facing a fourth down. Very long field goal attempt, about 54 yards out. And it's on its way. This one just didn't have the distance. No good. What a collision! He got hit hard. So on the blitz, they can't get to the ball carrier until it's too late. Yeah, and when you're blitzing to stop the run, the idea is bringing more guys, and the offense can't block. We also gotta cut off the lanes and the gaps that they can use to escape out in the backfield. That they just didn't happen there. And he's got room to run. So on the blitz, they can't get to the ball carrier until it's too late. And when you have blitzing to stop the run, the idea is bringing more guys that the offense can block. We also gotta cut off the lanes and the gaps that he can use to escape out of the backfield. That just didn't happen there. So on the blitz, they can't get to the ball carrier until it's too late. And when you're blitzing to stop the run, the idea is bringing more guys and the offense can block. We also got to cut off the lanes and gaps that they can use to escape out of the backfield. That just didn't happen there. Has room. So on the blitz, they can't get to the ball carrier until it's too late. And when you're blitzing to stop the run, the idea is bringing more guys and the offense can block. We also got to cut up the lanes and gaps that he can use to escape out of the backfield. That just didn't happen there. Couldn't escape the suit and was cut down quickly. These guys were up there very tough to block because they can use the size and strength to get excellent leverage on the running plays. Sometimes they struggle a little bit with consistency, but they always seem to be a big factor as the game is on the line. Couldn't escape pursuit and was cut down quickly. These guys up front are very tough to block because they can use the size and strength to get excellent leverage on the running plays. Sometimes they struggle a little bit with the consistency, but they always seem to be a game factor as when the game is on the line. He was there, but the pass slipped out of his hands. The coaching staff thinks that he is some of the best hands in the team, and it's surprising to see how he can drop the pass like that. He was there, but the pass slipped out of his hands. The coaching staff thinks that he has some of the best hands in the team, and it's surprising to see him drop a pass like that. Now, this is one heck of a play. Look at it. You're in a hole here on third down, and they come through with this perfect play that gets them the first and keeps the drive going. Now, this is one heck of a play. Look at it. You're in a hole here on third down, and they come through with this perfect play that gives them the first and keeps the drive going. And he's unable to hang on to that one. And he's unable to hang on to that one. That's the old rule. If you get your hands on it, you gotta catch it. Not what they were looking for on that play. Not what they were looking for on that play court. Yeah, the back just couldn't decide where he wanted to go with it. He hesitated just a little, but by the time he decided where he wanted to go with it, the defense was all over him. Not what they were looking for on that play court. Yeah, the back just couldn't decide where he wanted to go with it. He hesitated just a little. By the time he decided where he wanted to go with it, the defense was all over him. And he's unable to make that catch on third down. The offensive coordinator called a good play, and the quarterback threw him the catch of a golf. He just couldn't get his hands in there at the proper position to make the catch. and he's unable to make the catch on third down. The offensive coordinator called a good play, and the quarterback threw him a catch of a golf. He just couldn't get his hands in the proper position to make the catch. This punt will be his third. That was a smart thing to do, with the coverage team closing in for a big hit. Better about 8 on the run. So he works his way past the marker for a first down. If they're happy about being tied going to the half, they'll probably just play it safe with a few runs. Again with the carry. And he gets the call, picks up 4, maybe 5 on the run. He gets the call, picks up 4, maybe 5 there. And it looks like they're going to go with a no huddle. That incomplete pass will bring up third down. No problem picking up the first. Yeah, you know what we're talking about. Putting the ball on the guy, the quarterback put that ball on the receiver perfectly. The coach is having to hurry up. The coach is having to hurry it up. The coach is having to hurry it up. Into the open. Nice anticipation by the quarterback, but the pass just couldn't come up with it. Nice anticipation by the quarterback, but they just couldn't come up with the long completion. There's no way the speed kills, but this throw is dropping the ball. Gets this one a ride to the left. Nice anticipation by the quarterback, but they just couldn't come up with the long completion. That's an old epic. Speed kills, but so is just dropping the ball. On a third and short situation like this, the defense has to be ready for anything. On a third and short situation like this, the defense has to be ready for anything. Runs out the middle, but there wasn't much a hole for him to slide. Runs out the middle, but there wasn't much a hole for him to slide through. The defense filled all those gaps, and the runner had nowhere to go. Runs up the middle, but there wasn't much of a hole for him to slide through. The defense filled all those gaps, and the runner had nowhere to go. Hand off to the tailback. Runs up the middle, but there wasn't any much. Runs up the middle, there wasn't much of a hole for him to slide through. The defense filled all those gaps, and the runner had nowhere to go. He can't keep it going, and more likely, we'll see the punter. The upcoming punt will mark his fourth. The upcoming punt will mark his fourth so far. There was no need in trying to return that one. He made the right decision there. It's been back and forth so far, and with the way they played, neither team wants to give the other an advantage. That's why they should run this clock out and wait till the second half to worry about getting the lead. It's been back and forth so far, and with the way they played, neither team wants to give the other team an advantage. That's why they should run this clock out and wait till the second half to worry about getting the lead. This one is handed off. About a 2-yard gain by the fullback. About a 2-yard gain by the fullback.